class is in session. This is the show where knowledge is profit. Just so you know, Army Piper, OC guy, and Trade Fly, bringing crypto news to the whole alumni. It's the word on the market, the one-stop shop for the info you need every time that it drops. The go-to show that you need right now. This is Piper Academy. It's all going down. Let's go.
Yo, what's up everybody? Good afternoon and welcome to Piper Academy. Had to go live. Markets are pumping. Things are moving really fast right now. And I'm seeing some stuff on the charts that's making me a little bit bullish, just a little bit. I'm just saying, guys, we're going to be taking a look at where we can see some resistance. We are coming up on some key areas that you guys need to know about. So we're going to be looking at that. And let's just do some TA. Let's hang out. Let's chill. Let's do some TA right here. Piper Academy, the alumni in the house. Let's go. Let's get it. It's time. It's another class, second class of the day in session. Let's go. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome here to Piper Academy afternoon session here. Seeing some market bullishness and a lot of people in the community in our Discord over there talking about what they're seeing on the charts and stuff. So we're going to go live and we're just going to hang out and we're going to take a look at these charts, guys. We got all this bullish information that happened this morning. Jackson Hole, we were live here when it was going on. We watched it happen. I said, look, if he comes out and he gives indication that we're looking at 50 basis point rate cuts coming, then that's going to be seen as more bullish because it means that, hey, they did wait too long. They're not going to wreck this economy. The only way that we're going to get a soft landing is by doing what we thought would bring a hard landing because they waited too long. So at this point, it is an ORF, as we call it in the Army. It's overreaction force, and that's what we're seeing happen right now with the Federal Reserve coming up on September. We're going to be looking at that CME prediction on what they could be looking at for 25 basis points versus 50 basis points, which one they're going to go with. And it looked this morning, based on the wording, based on the verbiage that he was saying on his live speech from Jackson Hole, that we are looking at getting a 50 basis point rate cut. And now I know you guys are saying, hey, but Piper, you said that would be bad. It will be bad. I do think that when they do that, we're initially going to get a little bit of a pullback, but I think most of that has already been cooked into the price, guys, because those job numbers scared a lot of people. And that shakeout that we had was kind of like them going, oh, no, the economy's not looking good. And some of that, hey, they're likely going to do 50 basis points. So I think a lot of that is really baked in at this point, and we shouldn't have too much to worry about on that front. And I think 50 basis points at this point is going to be the better choice for the Federal Reserve to make in order to maintain that the economy is not going to get further wrecked by them waiting too long. Remember, the reaction of rate cuts is usually a lagging indicator, and it takes about 6 months before things start to play out on what they do on choices. And so, honestly, they probably should have been cutting that stuff back in June, July, like I thought they might back then, and that was originally what was on the books. But now that we are moving into this, the bad job numbers session of the economy, it's really leaning towards that necessity to do 50 basis point rate cut. And then on top of that, guys, we also had news today. It's been all over X. Unless you've been under a rock, you don't know this. RFK has pulled his presidency candidate spot, and we talked about that live this morning, breaking news on the live stream this morning too, and that on top of it is going to be another bullish factor, because now the votes that would have been going to him will likely go to Donald Trump. People that were on the fence that really wanted to see a president of RFK Jr. now likely going to be moving their votes over to Trump, which means that it increases his likelihood of having a pro-crypto, at least a pro-crypto-esque administration in office. So shout out to everybody that's joining me right now. There's a few of you in here, and I appreciate it. This is not a normal stream for us, so we'll see how it goes. And if this works out well, we might do some more of these when we have some market stuff going on. Also got some other content that I'm going to be putting out here in the future here on the channel, and also working with FD White and TradeFly and stuff to see what all we can provide to you guys, the alumni. So let's go ahead and jump into the chart though, without any further ado, because there's some stuff moving over here. Let me go ahead and get this set back up because I had it set this morning for that multi-scene where we were showing that live stream. There we go. That looks much better, guys. Here's what I'm seeing on Bitcoin right now, guys. This morning, Bitcoin was here fighting in one of our reactors here. Of course, RTA always brought to you by Chart Prime on this channel. And we were seeing this right here, this resistance area that is coming in on the quantum reactor. This is one of Chart Prime's proprietary support resistance moving averages. Got a whole bunch of data inside of this, and it's doing a lot of analysis for you in the technical analysis side, so really plug and play. But I do think that we are heading towards a little bit of resistance, some levels that we need to watch. Getting this breakout of here, I did say we had a $62,000 range here. You can see the initial reaction was a rejection off of that range. I was watching 63.5, and you can see right there, that was pretty much a little pump up and a retest on it. We have continued to smash through resistance after resistance on Bitcoin's move today. But at this point, we've got to be realistic and start going, okay, we've got the resistance moving or the resistance is being broken. We got the price moving, but where can we look for a little bit of price action slowdown, guys? I think that's coming up here real shortly. And it's this level right here behind us. Let me go ahead and show you what this is. This area that I'm talking about is the value area high of this entire period, going all the way back here when we first got the pump on December 1st, 2023. And so this entire range here, guys, this is that $43,000 range that I had been talking about for a long time. It's because of a point of control sitting down there. I don't think that that's in play anymore, guys. I honestly think that we may, with all the bullish data that we've gotten now from Jackson Hole, Jerome Powell, presidency hopes and stuff like that, I think that we could be seeing this head into the higher levels. Excuse me, pardon me, sir. Do you have any Grey Poupon? No, but I have a cough. 1 second. There you go. So we're looking at this here, guys, coming up through to this value area high. This value area high is coming in right now at about $65,500. That is one level. Now, you guys might be seeing some people talk about 66, 67, 70s, right? That's the platinum pocket. And that's going to be a very hard level for us to get through. But I do think that this rejection that we get off of this value area high, so let's go ahead and do this. I want to go ahead and turn this green, okay? We're going to set this off as green, this T box here, and that's going to be a new support range for us, okay? I think we can turn off the one down here, because that played out perfectly for us. We had been watching that here on the show for a while. Let me go in here and turn that one off. We'll hide it for now. I don't like to remove stuff completely because I may come back and use it later. You never know. You never know in crypto, right? So what I'm going to be watching here is for us to come up to this value area low. Let's go ahead and throw a T box on here, and let's get into why I think these are the levels to watch for a pullback, and then what that pullback would look like if it plays out, okay? So this is going to be the value area high right there, and then that platinum pocket bottom, that 786 right there. Again, that's coming in at $67,366, okay? Those levels, the reason I'm going to be watching that for a pullback, because what I think we're going to see happen here, guys, I think we're going to see this continue up in here, and we're going to get up to that level. And then I think we will pull back down. If we don't retest on this value area high here and we go up, it is very likely that it may come down and retest this range here, right there. That would be very bullish in my opinion. Why? Because that would still create a higher high and a higher low, and it would be a good retest of that $62,000 range. It's also previous resistance back through here. You can see that perfectly. Matter of fact, let's extend this just a little bit. There we go. And I think that we would see this range get retested, and when it does, guys, this level of resistance that has been previous resistance here all this time, it's not just a price level there. There is also that quantum reactor and the dynamic reactor. I think these will be coming into this range if we get up that high for a pullback to right here. And that pullback would be a bullish retest, or as OC likes to call it, the OC retest. And so what I'm going to be looking for here is a couple of things. Where are we at on the oscillator? Let's go ahead and bring that up. We're already getting an overbought box here, okay? Right there, there's that little orange box. That is an overbought box. We also are getting into the True 7 here. And this True 7, guys, this is 7 different indicators running data all at the same time. We've turned bright green here. When we get this up at the 70% line, that is typically indicating we could be seeing a pullback. Now, keep in mind, we do have periods here where we are running really hot and this thing will just continue with little pullbacks. And that's why I'm thinking we could get a very small pullback here where it comes up and then comes back to retest the value area high in here, okay? That's going to be the one point that I'm watching for is that value, wait, there it is. That value area high retest coming up and then pulling back to this level because of the value area high right there that we've already pointed out. We could see that come off of this True 7, but there are other times where we see this True 7 get triggered and it does a little bit of a bigger pullback. You see the green right there, very bright green on that True 7. That led to a pullback and retest on that 786 previously. So some factors there to keep an eye on depending on which level we reject on. But if we do reject on that 786, look for a bigger retest back down to our support ranges off of those moving averages, or a small one that comes back to the value area high. That's the stuff that we need to keep an eye on. But there's some other things down here that I'm seeing also down here, guys. That is the fact that we have the volume matrix is showing an increase in volume. So volume is definitely ticking in. Bulls are buying up and the FOMO is starting to kick in. You know, when that happens, Bitcoin can continue to run up. ADA Ace, I promise you, I will get into ADA here in a second. I'm actually in an ADA trade right now. Longed this morning. I showed it on the live stream this morning. I'll show you where that's at, and I'll show you what I'm watching on that too. Guys, I will get to some of that altcoin TA in today's session. I promise. I promise. Also, another thing that I'm watching here too is, let me go over and show you guys this on money mode. Let me drop this down. Get into the settings here, and let's just click this money mode, and let's go in and look at the money flow by itself. This is money coming in on Bitcoin, and you can see here we bottomed out, guys, and it's bam, right there, right? And so money flow is coming up. So money flow is coming in at the same time that we're also getting that True 7 peaking out, and we're also getting that volume kicking to the upside. Let's turn that back off, get the entire oscillator back up here, and let's talk about this for a second, because there's some key levels here that I am seeing on these on the oscillator that lines up with what we're seeing there. Again, like I said, we're on the True 7. The True 7 probably going to flatten out here if we get those little resistance checks there at that range of about 65.5. But looking here at the money flow pushing up and all of that, guys, it's big, okay? Lastly, you guys see this right here? This is a brand new indicator from Chart Prime. It's called the Prophecy Indicator. Now, we've had it for a long time up here on the dashboard, and it currently says pump. It has for a while now. But I want to show you on a 4-hour chart how powerful this thing has played out. The last time we had a pump was here, and it led to this entire move to the upside. That move was, and let's get it, make sure we get the top of it here, because I want to give you guys a fair assessment. That move was about an 11.5% move with no leverage. That was just a straight spot move, okay? We had one here that fired a dump, and that dump move came all the way down. Well, let's stop that a second. There we go. That dump move, we'll go from the dump here. There we go. That one came all the way down 23%. So when this thing fires off, completely by accident, that this indicator was found and discovered when they were messing around with the algorithm. And now they are telling me, sorry, I'm reading something here. Something is telling me smart money bought the dip and on the stock market, maybe a reason why Bitcoin was lagging behind, but now some of us got into BTC. That's actually a very, very logical thought process going on there. Passive freedom. If you guys don't know, if you can't see the chat, I'll go ahead and hop it up here. There we go. There we go. Little share of the data here. I don't like to throw these on the charts usually, but this is a really good comment. And this, you know, this is fundamentals, guys. This is fundamentals 101. And I talk about fundamentals all the time. They have a vote in the market. It's very possible that that was the case. But getting this pump that we're having right now, and we're above any key resistance here, like from the reactors, the dynamic reactor and the quantum reactor, this gives me a lot of bullishness, and that's why I wanted to go live today, because let me show you back here where we've had some areas that it did not play out, especially like back here in the early part where we hit right here, it did a pump, and then it did a hit on that resistance and then came back and then went sideways again before long, took several days to pump. We're above all of that resistance right now on those key indicators. So I do see that the main stuff we got to look at is this value area high. Oh, Retro Mike's in the house. What is up, bro? Retro Mike dropping a Piper Academy membership. I appreciate you, man. That went to my passive freedom. My passive freedom. Welcome. Welcome to the alumni. You're a member now. It's awesome. Appreciate you, man. You're a solid soul, Retro Mike. Solid soul. So I am going to be watching how this pump plays out on here, especially with everything that we're seeing. But just keep in mind, guys, we do have the overbought box here on the Oscillator Pro, and we are sitting pretty high with some of the stuff. Right now, it's anyone's game on how long this pump is going to continue, but I think the retest will be small off of this. And I do think that these levels that I'm looking at here, about 63.3 and about 65.5, getting to the upside there will be that small retest to be 65.5. The bigger retest will be about 62 to 63. Okay. So that's the levels that I'm looking at there because of this firing. I do think we're looking at a sustained uptrend now on Bitcoin, unless something crazy happens on the, the politics side or on the, economic side. So maybe that 66, 67 could be a local resistance before a more substantial pullback on the stock market too, until that November election. So funny story. Let's go over here and talk for a second. Typically in election seasons, and I've been saying this on the channel since January, pre-January, beginning of the year. So almost what, 10 months now, at least 9 months. So I've been calling this here that anytime that we have an election year that has a split House and Senate, historically for the past century, when we have a split House and Senate in an election year, the markets continue to make new all-time highs. Told this to my brother-in-law. He was like, I don't know, man. The market this, the market that. He works in construction. They build houses. He's like, some things just look awry here, and I don't think that it looks like it's going to do that. And I was like, bro, for a century of data, it has said otherwise. And that was back in late December, January time period. He's had to eat some crow and say, yep, you called it, new all-time highs. I do believe that the elections going on with the split House and Senate and the markets getting bullish will be more all-time highs ahead for the markets. So keep in mind, we do talk all the time about that August, September red months. I do think that it will be a range, a continued range. If we go over here and look at the Wallen chart, let's do that. Let's look over here at the Wallen chart. On this chart, I do see some top side motion here. This motion, I want to see the fear and greed index value at 66K. It will give me some big clues then. That is a true statement. We'll go over and look and see what that's saying right now too. The top side on the range. So this is my range box that I've been calling here since March of this year, March 11th of 2024, when we set the new all-time high and did the pullback almost to my 887 here on the platinum pocket. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Very parched. Been on the phone all day, talking, doing business. So get some hydration. I need to drink more water. I need more water. I years in the Army telling my soldiers, drink water, take an E. Don't drink enough water when I get out. What do you know? I know that Dave Digital would be criticizing me for that hard right now in this live stream. But I'm watching this 887. That's 55,900. And I said, as long as we continue to close candles in this range box, the weekly dips down below it, the wicks that are happening, not overly concerned about that. You can see here, wick, wick, wick. These are not overly concerning to me because every time we've come in and we have closed our candles at that 887, that is above the platinum pocket and is keeping us in the range box. This range box upside is $73,000 Bitcoin. I think that right now, a continuation all the way up to 73,000 would still keep us in our range. And this will be the range that we will be continuing in with that bottom side being 56,000, top side 73. This will be the range that we will continue in through August, September. It'll be looking at November, October, November that we are looking for that pump. And the reason for that is, let me go see if I can grab this. Let me go back to here. Let me go into find the magic chart that I always talk about in here. I think it's under art, maybe. I'm not sure where Crux dropped that to me at. I'll go look here. Maybe it's under his, but he dropped me a beautiful chart at one time. And we were using it here on the show, and I'm gonna go. I gotta find it, so give me 1 second. I promise I'll find it for you guys. But it is a chart that has the full breakdown. There it is. Let's bring this up. Throw this on the browser. Guys, go ahead and get your sunglasses on. It's a white chart. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let's jump over there to it. Man, it burnt my retinas over here. Jesus. Let's go over here. Take a look at this. So looking at this chart, this is by year. So you got 2024 up here, and then you've got January through December here. And you can see typically on those months that we're looking at for November, December, we have really good pumps, guys. Overall, mind you, on off years, 21, 2022, that was our bear market stuff there where we started pulling back, but you can see like 90% there, another 90% there. So I'm looking at least, even if we go off of 2023, probably looking at least a 20% pump going in for October, at about a 25% pump for October, and then going into November, a little bit better than that. So overall, I do think that we are going to see a nice move coming into October, November. Looking here, let's give this a refresh and see how we're looking here on the fear and greed. Bitcoin dominance is up since this morning, because that was that chart that I just showed you. That was this morning's chart. We are sitting at 54% dominance right now. Market cap has added an entire $100 million. It's gone up an entire 0.1 billion, or trillion, I should say. It's $100 billion increase on the market cap, up 5.89%. And as of right now, we are still sitting at fear 34. So I don't know that this is going to get too much of a shakeout right now, because people still have a lot of uncertainty. But yeah, when we get up closer to that $66,000 to $73,000 Bitcoin there, I will be very interested in seeing that. So great call there on that. My passive freedom. So let's go back and take a look at the chart. Let's go pull up ADA, because ADA Ace, if you guys don't know, the man is a genius when it comes to this entire crypto space for the Cardano network, the Cardano atmosphere, ecosphere. What is the wording there? I'm looking for. You know what it is, Ada Ace, but he knows that entire network very well. So he wants to see some Cardano. Let's pull up some Cardano for him. Oh, I got messages coming through here on Discord. And what is it? Nope, not for me. It's not for me. It's good. Okay. Looking here on ADA, let's pull that up, and I'll show you my trade that I got going on this morning too in just a second. So we have broken and almost perfectly retested this morning. We talked about this. And I said, look, guys, we got a pump that printed here on Cardano. That's that indicator I showed you on Bitcoin a little while ago. And then that was yesterday's level. I want to see higher than 40 tonight. I think it will tonight. It'll reset tonight. Absolutely. But it does update every few hours. I'll go and look and see if there's anything on X for the update there too. I am looking at this pump right here that we got. I said, look, we could get a little pullback here. We did. It found support on the quantum reactor and on the 786. We got a good bounce off of that, and it has continued up. You guys saw how it was on Bitcoin, where all this stuff was starting to get really heated up. We were getting these bright colors here, just like right there where we got that pullback. It was hitting that 70%. That's what I was talking about on Bitcoin's chart. We're not getting that on the current move up on ADA right now. Let me get everything cleaned off here. Let's clean this up. There we go. We've actually just broke off of the zero line here on the True 7. It's just turned back green here in the past 12 hours. Money flow is coming up. And right now, the volume matrix looks a little flat, but it's not fading at all. When it fades like this, that means we can have a little pullback. ADA's looking super bullish right now. I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. ADA is looking very bullish right now. Now, I will say, We did have a divergence that's printed here that has not played out yet. That doesn't look like it's played out yet, at least. It could have actually been this little pullback here on a 4-hour down to here, and then it continued on. So that little divergence right there may have already played out on here. Not overly concerned about that, but we have a pink oscillator ribbon. When it starts to get this little light pink, like right here, and coming out of the bright pink before it goes green, that gives indication of upwards movement, upward trend move, right? So what I'm seeing there is this. We're pink right now, that light pink, not the bright pink, the light pink. That means transition. If we're in that transition, green should be the next color that we print on this oscillator ribbon, which would play out with the True 7, money flow, and start bringing the volume back up even more, giving us more upside run here on Cardano. Let me go over and see what levels we have here. I want to pull up local fib off of this level here. This is a previous swing fail pattern. Yeah, that would be right here. We got a platinum pocket coming in at the 786. That is 39.5 cents. What was the level that you said there on yours? Let me go back and look here, Ada. You said 39.3 is coming. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That would be 39.5 would be the platinum pocket, Ada. So that's looking pretty good. Right now, though, I look for us to get a warm up there. And then I think what we get, do you see this big cluster right here of price action? If I pull a fixed range volume profile, let me go grab a fixed range volume profile. And I did see your question there, Christoph. I'll address that in a second. Just give me 1 second. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. There we go. Fixed range volume profile. Let's pull this from the top here and let's just see what kind of volume we have here. Right in the middle of that, guys. Right in the middle of that. Look, I knew it. That big cluster of price action right there is creating the value area high. That would be a 40-cent Cardano psychological number. When it gets to that level, I am going to be watching for a reaction of resistance there. Big question is, are we going to catch the 786 at 39.5 as a retest of support before we move back up? Or is this going to come all the way back down to retest at 37.6 on the golden pocket where we had previous resistance before here? That's going to be the big question, but I do see more upside coming, especially with the pump indicating there on the chart prime indicators and what I'm seeing down there on the Oscillator Pro Plus. Guys, a lot of indicators giving us indication of more upside here. Let's go over and let's talk with the audience for a second. Solo cam, there we go. So Christoph asked, do you think ADA can make a new all-time high in the bull run? So I will say there are a lot of project upgrades coming to ADA right now. They're doing a lot of things on the back end. I think that it is sitting pretty far off. Matter of fact, I can show you how far off it's sitting from that all-time high. You guys should go check out this website if you ever get a chance, because it's phenomenal to give you a real good picture of where things are at. Sometimes we forget. Sometimes we forget how far off we are from where we were. We need to be unburdened by what has been. Jesus. Let's look at Cardano here and see where it's at on this list. It's number 11 right now. We did have an article this morning talking about it taking it back that number 10 and 11 and number 9 spot, which was Tron. Do you guys remember this morning? We are talking about Tron and Doge. Well, there you go. It looks like on this, it is sitting a little bit higher than Tron right now. I'm going to go over and check it out on the market cap in a second. Yeah, we can look at AVAX Warrior. Not a problem, man. But right now, ADA, guys, is 687% off from its all-time high. That's a long way to go. Do I think ADA can do a 6X from here? Absolutely. So I'd have to say, without a doubt in my mind, that do I think that ADA will make a new all-time high, or at least go back to its all-time high? Yes, I do absolutely believe that that could happen. But do I think that it's going to do as good as some of the other community-driven moves out there? Like right now, there's a lot of bullishness going on some other tokens, and ADA's just an old soul in the crypto space. Great product, great project, does some really good stuff, but it's not new and flashy. And we know that in the crypto space, a lot of people like new and flashy. No worries. I'm only mentioning because it feels so good. my prediction came true. No offense towards you. Hey, bro, if your prediction was to the upside, was it yesterday you called for 56K Bitcoin when I talked about 64.5? Yes, absolutely. I am transparent as hell, okay? I was talking about that because we did not have the data. Listen, if Jerome Powell had came out this morning and had any indication at all that we're on the right track, we're waiting for more data. We are looking at, not doing this too fast and reacting. The labor market, blah, 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 blah. If he had come out and not been so leaning towards 50 basis points in his wording, we very easily could have hit 56K and lower possibly. It was all dependent upon information. I would rather give you guys a lower number and be wrong because all of our bags are pumping than to tell you some, we're going to 73K after tomorrow's speech and then it goes down. It's always better to be wrong to the benefit of our portfolios, just so you know. But yes, I did say 56K yesterday. That was because I was basing it on historically what Jerome Powell has said, and there was a very good possibility that that could be the speech this morning. Plus, I had no clue what that RFK Jr. was going to come out and go, I'm dropping my presidency and endorsing Donald Trump. So there you go on that one too. But yeah, I'll always prefer to be slightly off for you guys' portfolio and call the wrong direction. Okay, I called it to the downside. There we go. Looking here though, this is what I was showing you guys on ADA. 687%. This site is called coingolive.com. And when you go in here, you can actually look at how far are we from the all-time highs. For example, right now, Bitcoin is 14.38% from its all-time high. So there you go. Like number 16 is Mark Dutch's Nobody Touch It. I won't do it. I won't do it. I promise. Appreciate you, Mark Dutch. Joseph Richardson, welcome. How you doing, man? I'm not sure what that emoji is that you put in there. What is that? What is that thing? But hey, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Let's go take a look at some other stuff. We had a request for AVAX, so let's go take a look at AVAX. Let's do it. Got some big things happening here at the academy. Oh, I was going to show you guys my ADA trade. That's what I was going to show you. I'm in an ADA trade. Totally forgot about it. Let's go over there and look. I got into this trade last night actually, because I started to see some stuff on ADA, and I was like, you know what? I'm getting in on a trade on this. Up 18.78% right now. Not too shabby on a 5X. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's not bad. So yeah, I'm long in my ADA. I figured, hey, you know what? I moved a bunch of my Cardano over to, we got to plan some collabs. Mark Dutch, absolutely. Absolutely. Give me the people. I will do collabs with anybody as long as they're not toxic and full of drama. I don't like toxicity and I don't like drama queens, whether they are queens or not. I don't like a lot of drama. Save that for your mama. I want my charts to I want my wallet to pump. That's what I want. Okay. So let's go look at AVAX. But yeah, anybody that wants to do a collab with me, I'm always open, man. Always. Always. All right, let's look at AVAX here. AVAX is looking really good, man. It got a good look. Again, there it is. There's the pump. It called it right here. Right there is where it called this pump to the upside. I would say that right now, well, that's already played out. You see this downtrend in the overbought, small pullback. Bulls took advantage of that and up it went. Oh, fax machine, short for fax. I appreciate that. See, my son's usually here. He's Gen Z and he translates shit for me. So I appreciate the translation. Fax. I'll get back to this. Mark Dutch says. Pound back to you too, bro. We did have that pump though that printed here, and we did a little pullback. We are back in red, but that is starting to curve again. I think that it's going to continue to the upside. Why? Let's clean off the Mexican spaghetti. Shout out to OC guy. There you go. Let's clean that off. Let's clean that off. There we go. Why? Because look here, volume matrix upside continuing on. I like to see that. We've got the bullish power bar telling us that there's a lot of juice behind the trend to the upside. Money flow is really up. Look at Look at that angle on that thing. It's beautiful. Plus, the True 7 is pushing to the upside now also. This is giving us an indication of upside movement too. But be careful. We do have a bearish divergence that's printed here. You can see a bearish divergence on price. There's a bearish divergence on the True 7. There is a little bit of resistance. Where's that resistance going to come in at? I think that resistance is going to come in at about $27.94 to $28 right here. And that's going to be the question is, how much of a pullback do we get this weekend? It's going to be a really, really good question. Mark Dutch said we still suffer from ZTSD. I know. I'm sorry, man. FD White, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? He said, I just woke up. Did you fall asleep earlier and now your charts are all like green everywhere? Is that what happened, FD, man? I miss you, bro. I miss you. FD White guys in the chat. Love that dude. If you guys don't know, check all the links down below. We got friends of the channel. They're family. I don't know why it says friends on that. Go down below and check it though. We have the whole list down there. FD White's channel is on there. Amy Lives Crypto is on there. Lunar Beaches, Alex O Crypto, Ada Ace. So you guys should go check that out. FD White, you trying to say something? Can barely hear you. Mark Dutch, are you giving him crap about his microphone? Come on, man. Be nice to my boy. Looking here though, guys. Yeah, 27.94. That's going to be where I would watch for a little pullback, and we'll see what happens there. Let's go over and throw some local fibs on here just to see. I'm going to go from this high to low. Because these big time frame fibs that I do, they're really good. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at that. Let's remember this little area right here where I talked about those other fibs, and let's go remove this. Look at that. It is also the golden pocket there on this local time frame, pulling from this high to this low. So be very careful for a little pullback. What we could see happen here is we get the pump up to the top of this long-term golden pocket here, and it pulls back to the local golden pocket and cools all that off to the upside. I think that's what would be nice to see. Of course, you know, price can't negotiate with the charts. They're going to do what they do. It is the weekend coming up, so we could see. Wow, look at the local time frame here, guys. We're getting quite a bit of resistance right here, but I think everything down here is saying that this is punchy enough to get through there to that higher time frame fib. That's the top gold bar here. I do think that we can get up there and then retest the local golden pocket, and that would be beautiful. We see that, and we see a retest. If we see it go up and pull back, and we get to a retest at about $27, that would be a great punch up to the upside. A good entry for a long there on AVAX, man. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, let's go look at the Piper Sniper setup, and let's see how that's looking. Oh, fellas. Avalanche is looking very red. It's broken out of its Bollinger Band here on the right side. Okay, let me explain how this chart works for you guys. This is the new and improved Piper Sniper. You know, when there's a sniper team, you got the guy that pulls the trigger. There's the spotter. I consider this side to be my trigger puller. This is where my trigger squeeze is at, right? This over here is my spotter. We have broken out of the Bollinger Bands. We are really high here on the RSI primed, and look how red this is. Guys, don't be surprised to see this pull back off of this to the 50 here and get a 50 bounce at about $25. Nice psychological number. When I look at this, even though we're bullish down here, this would be a cool off for everything that we're seeing over here on the spotter side of this Piper Sniper, okay? So outside of the Bollinger Bands like this, they are squeezed. This is a tight squeeze. So it could very well be the pump that brings all of this Bollinger Band up to the upside. But as of right now, I am seeing that we are at key resistance here. Despite all of this, this could be a pullback to that $25 range and retest the 50. So that's what I got there. I don't know. What else you guys want to see? Let me know in the chat. I'll look for a couple of more things here. PopCap moved up 9 spots in market cap since your nap started. Funny. Let's go look at Cass. I want to look at Caspa. Shout out to Retro Mike. Oh, I know what we're going to pull up and look at. I'm going to be looking at my new stock that Eric Wallen and I have been degening into to show you guys what happened with it today, because it's pretty impressive. Yeah, you can see here right now, CASPA is hitting some key resistance levels here on the quantum reactor, the dynamic reactor. That would be the quantum reactor that's rejecting on right now. And we are breaking well above the 70. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little pullback on this. Money flow is starting to come back in, though, guys. You know what? No, I don't think we're going to get a pullback. I think CASPA, if the markets continue bullish, I think CASPA is going to get another little bit of a run here. You can see historically, we usually get red on these run ups. And once we break the 70, and we're breaking the 70, now mind you, we had it here and it went back down, but now we're heading up towards that Bollinger Band. We're at key resistance right now. If we're able to break through this, I do think that we have more upside movement coming there. Where are my fibs? Trend-based fib extension, sir. Thank you very much. Let's turn that on. Yep. Go to that single view. Yeah, I think we're heading back up to 17.8, guys. That's what I think. 17.8 right here. It's going to be the phase 9 golden pocket, $17.08. If we do get a rejection here, look for a bounce right here, 16.1, and then a move up to that phase 9 golden pocket at 17.8 cents there on CASPA. Let's look at Link. Let's look at Soul. Let's do that. I dig it. I dig it. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me today. We currently got 23 people in here. How many likes do we have? What is that? You guys need to hit the like button more. If you guys are enjoying this content, you like this afternoon stuff, drop me a like, smash that like, and drop me a 1 in the chat. Let me know that you guys want me to keep doing this stuff, because I can do these little afternoon quick sessions with you guys all the time. What's up, Lunar Beaches? How you doing, bro? I got a big announcement coming. FD White, I got to call you after this episode, and I'm going to call and talk to you because I tried to call you earlier. We've got a big thing that just happened with the channel today, so can't put it out. Can't put it out because the entire team doesn't know yet. But let me talk to the entire team, and I promise you guys, you all will know. I promise. Let's go look at Solana, and let's go look at Chainlink. I'm gonna go step all over my boy's toes here, Tradefly. All right, I think therefore I am. I'm bearish, therefore I am. I gotta be a little bit more bearish right now on Solana. Solana is coming up on a key level here of resistance. That would be this symmetric triangle here. We did get a small breakout here at one time on it, but you can see historically this has been a key area of resistance. It's also lining up here on the quantum reactor. It's also lining up here on the 382. So we could get a little rejection pullback here and a retest here of the dynamic reactor. Still continue on bullish, but I think in the short term time frame, I do think we'll get a pullback this weekend on Solana. Also here on the Oscillator Pro Plus, it is getting pretty hot here on the True 7. Money flow is kind of flat there, not really doing anything, and not really seeing much bright green here on the volume matrix either. So getting a little bit of overbought indication printing off there too. So yeah, watch for a rejection here at about 159, 160 before we come back in. Now, if it breaks through that, guys, easily heading up because we broke through the point of control. You can see all that resistance there, constantly getting rejected on that dashed red line. That is the point of control. So we could get a bounce up to that value area high, but I do think that we could see a little pullback before it continues on that glide path. The rails are there for the Soul Train. It just needs to, go back and pick up a little bit of cargo before it does that. So my passive freedom. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man. Jeff, Joseph, Aaron, Flat Smack, Lunar Beaches, Crypto, all saying, yep, they would like to have this. Oops, forgot to like. Need to be reminded. Sometimes that's why as content creators do that. Hey guys, if you haven't done so yet, hit that like. It's free. Because sometimes people just forget. No harm, no foul, man. We appreciate it. Let's go check out Link. That was another request we had here. Oh, Link has broke through my my level here. Guys, this is the level that I was talking about. I called this out on the show here, and I said, look, we do have the pump. It printed here when it was going sideways and said, look, it printed here when we were sideways and said, guys, it's going to go up. And it went up. That's what it did. I'm telling you, these new indicators are just freaking cracked. All right. We are above this resistance range that I had in here. This resistance range, let me bring this in and get rid of some stuff here, because the Head and Shoulders already played out. That was all of this. Head and Shoulders played out perfectly. Thank you, Head and Shoulders, for that precursor. I think what we're going to have here, you guys see this range down here. This is the old trade range that chain link was locked into for the longest time. Okay, we came down and we perfectly tapped it right there. Tapped, bam, upside move. I did think that this is where we were going to be heading, off of that Head and Shoulders, and this seemed like a logical retest level based on that old range there. I think the fact that we have now broken through this where I was watching right here, and if you want to know why, it's because of all of this right here. And if I throw on the fixed range volume profile to go along with it, you'll see a big cluster right there of volume. So that's why I put this box here. We have now broken through that, no problem. You can see that we did have a fight to get through there. There was a lot of wicking there, and that's where this was printing. Once we got through that, though, upside movement. So what I'm going to be watching here is right there. That's the value area low of this entire range. Okay. We have the bottom of this range box, and this range box was where we were locked into all of here, and all of here. You can see support, 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 right? Bam, bam, bam. Or as Frankie Kansas would say, bing bong. It was doing a lot of support bounces in there, right? I am going to be watching for us to get back up through if the value area low. If we get through this value area low, easily heading back into our range box here. That first level comes in at $13, guys. That value area low comes in at $12.72. So that would be where I'm watching. I'd love to see a bounce here on this old volume node right here. That would be a good retest, in my opinion, to the upside. When it keeps going up, I don't like it. That means that you're looking at a very harsh pullback eventually, right? When I see it do little bounces like this, where it comes up, finds another resistance line, gets its rejection off of that, comes back into previous resistance on support, continues back up. That is bullish, in my opinion. You can go back here and look. That's typically what we like to see. Up, rejection, back down, support on the moving reactors here. Upside movement again, reaction, resistance, bam, back up again, resistance, back up again. It just keeps going up. Now, mind you, chain link does get in ranges, but that's where I'd like to see it get back to, is in that range. And then we will take a look at it once it does that. But yeah, chain link looking pretty bullish right now. Especially with that pump indicator printing there on the new Oscillator Pro Plus, on the Oracle Pro Plus, I should say. Shout out to Alex O Crypto. I was just talking about you in here, that you are in our friends list, and it should be family. I'm going to do that. I'm going to change that on our description and put family, Piper Academy family, Alex O, holding his little man, baby otter, in Alex O's hands, man. Congratulations again, bro. It's so awesome. I'm so happy for you and Amy. Yeah, exactly. Pride, man. You're allowed to be proud of your kids. You're allowed to. It's okay. Let's go look at render for Mike Play. And isn't it late for you? Really? Really? Alex O, hurt my soul, bro. Dusty Hunt said pump it. Let's go. Alex O, I love you, bro, but it's not late for me. It is only 4:30 here. It's not even my dinner time yet. I'm okay. Let's go look at that render. Oh, render. And then I'm gonna pull up pull up that stock that Eric Wall and I have been in. I told you guys about it on the show. So if any of you got into it, let me know. But I'm very bullish on it. Render is up 12.17 today. Show me that beautiful pump footage right there. Again, guys, before we ever even hit that resistance, it was giving us indication right there, trading sideways at that level. And it said it's going to pump. Should always listen to the Oracle. Prophecy is not lying to us on this thing. However, we are still sitting on render below the daily dynamic reactor. That means on the daily, we're still a little bearish. And you'll see that here. The dynamic reactors all the way up here, coming in at about $6.87. We've got a long way to go, but we not a short time to get there. We still got time. The stock is, well, I'm going to show you, Trent. Stand by. Stand by to stand by, sir. I promise I'm going to show it to you. Looking here, though, let's go see if I got any other indicators that I could throw in here. I had to take a bunch off because, Render did that whole swap thing, and none of the damn charts were working because they went ERC20 over. It's crazy. So let's build some new stuff in here, shall we? Let's go off of the last swing high down to the swing low. Looks like right here, 50% fib. Yep, we're getting good sequencing here. You can see all the sequencing that took place here in the golden pocket, sequencing here on the platinum pocket on its way down, sequencing on the 50. Now we had the sequencing here on the 236. I think these fib levels are solid. We're getting play the way we should be getting them. As we're coming up here, but looking at this on the daily, let's go back to the 4 hour. As we're coming up here, guys, be watching close for $6.23 here. This is going to be a critical resistance level that I'm going to be watching for here. Let's throw on a fib or a fixed range volume profile too. Let's get that going over here. I want to pull it from this previous range to this bottom again because that's an entire range box there. We do have a value area low at about $5.90 right there, about that level, right there, that value area low. But I do think that we can get up above that. I'm just worried about this 382. So, yeah, let's go ahead and put a box on here. I want to put a T box here. This is going to be the key level to get through for continuation of bullish pattern. Little resistance box coming in off of the value area. Coming in right off here off of the value area low and off of that 382 on the fibs. So there you go. Let's go see what the oscillator's telling us. Like I said, we do have the pump here, and you see the last time it did that, it at least went up to the value area high, dump right there, down to the downside, right? So I do think that we have some upside move, but we got to get through that first range. Another reason here again that I think that we might see a little pullback in this range and then a retest on the 236 before continuation. Guys, we are getting very overbought here. We're getting that true 7 printing off bright green. Money flow is still up, and so is the volume matrix, which is why I do think that we're going to see a little continuation, but it does need to get a retest here first, I think, to gain all of that momentum. Again, nice little pullbacks and consolidation are healthy on market charts. So that's what we got there. That's what we got there. Don't be a taco bot. Trent, a taco bot. What is a taco bot? I don't even know what that is, man. You guys got some lingo I'm not privy to. Nobody read me on to that stuff. Let's go look at the stock. This stock is MSTX. And if you guys don't know, this is the stock that I've been watching here on the show since they announced it. Shout out to Eric Wallen. He's the one that said, hey, it just went live. Go get on it. So, hey, what's that? Trade intuition. Love seeing traders helping others increase their knowledge and showing how to trade. Bro, that's why I love you so much. That's what you do every day. And guys, Trade Intuition is going to be doing a lot of stuff here with us also. We're in our community. He's been dropping some Aptos trades in there, and we're going to start having him on as a regular also. I love his vision and his agenda. That's why I'm so tight with a lot of the community that we're tight with, because it's all about education. That's why we called ourselves the Academy, because we believe in education here. MicroStrategies X, guys, what this is a MicroStrategy stock at 1.75 leverage. So 1.75x leverage long stock. And it is, I think I got antibiotics for that. MSTX, guys. Up today, 20.75%. MicroStrategies up 12.1. MSTX up 20.75% today. I did really well on this. Let me go to the solo cam so I can log into my Robinhood account, and then we'll take a look and see how all of my stocks did today. Come here, you. Come here, you. There we go. Log in, sir. Can you log in for me? Thank you very much. Do that thing there. Do that thing, and then that thing, and then the other thing, and then all of my other things here. Yeah. It needs my code. Stand by, guys. Stand by. Got it. I've got stuff locked down, which, you should too. If you don't take this many steps to log into your stuff, you should rethink how you got all of your accounts set up. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. You can take that to the bank. Bro, you taco bombed me on the other day when I joined. It was freaking hilarious. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Trent. I still don't know what a taco bot is. All right, let's go over here. I'm not going to blind you guys. I need to go into the account and make this dark. Not going to do the white screen on you. No, sir. We don't do that here. App appearance. Dark. Anything that I can turn dark for you guys, I do because I care about your vision, your eyesight, your retinas, okay? Let's go in here and take a look now. When we go into my actual stock, there it is. There we go. Let's jump over here and take a look. Micro strategies today up 13.51% on Robinhood. My micro strategies X up 23.2%. Now I don't have as much in here as I do in micro strategies because I just started this. This is new. MicroStrategy is much older, but all of my stuff, except for Amazon, doing quite well today. Clean Spark up, Nvidia's up, MicroStrategies is up, MicroStrategies X up quite a bit. So there we go. That is what I got there on the stock side. Guys, I appreciate you joining me here today. A little Bitcoin action. Keep an eye on that stuff. I do have a video coming out. Actually, I'm going to show you that first. I'm going to show you guys this because I'm a big DCA guy. I don't do a huge amount of trading. When I do trade, it's usually spot trading. I want to go in here and I want to turn off all of the path. Hide that. Thank you. Turn off my rectangles, my key overlays. There we go. Let's go back and put this on a daily chart. Okay, there we go. And then let's bring it up here for you. Mark Dutch, he said at 12:30 a.m. in the morning, watching from bed. Hey, we appreciate you staying up late. The dark mode is definitely appreciated. There you go. Mark Dutch. That's why you said that's sweet, because you don't want to be blinded laying in bed. Rocco is in the house, In and Out Crypto, guys. Big fan of his. I love all the gear. I'm just going to buy more gear. In and Out Crypto is in our description below. If you guys want some swag, you guys got to check it out. You guys see me wearing crypto shirts all the time and stuff, and rocking my Make Money Great Again Bitcoin hat and my Caspa hats. And bro, Rocco, I need more swag. I need more gear, man. I need to hit you up and just buy a crap ton of it for the show here. But yeah, there's a link down below. You guys should check it out. You'll get 10% off, and it's pretty awesome. Oh, the Me Bot. That's what he's talking about. Yes. Yes. That is Trent, I remember that. And it was talking about tacos, all like just going on and on about tacos. I remember that, bro. Don't taco bot me. Bitcoin to the moon, Saeed Zaim said. Man, let's go, bro. I agree. Let's get it. I was watching a thing yesterday and he was talking about it was a clip from the Bitcoin conference, maybe, or maybe it was from Evo, but it was an interview, and he was talking about the Bitcoin and how it's dropped down 30x the first time, then 13x, and they were talking about this cycle from a 3x from the halving point, which would be like $190,000 Bitcoin. Let me know. Let me know. Would you guys be okay with a $190,000 Bitcoin this cycle, or is that not high enough for you? Let me know just how greedy the alumni are. I would like to know. You need a pink cowboy hat with Caspa on it. Alex O, what am I going to do with you, bro? I don't know why you hate on Caspa. I'm up 400% on my Caspa so far this year. The only token I have that has outperformed my Caspa is Pepe. I'm just going to go ahead and let you know. And if you guys are in our Discord, if you're a member, I see a lot of members in here in our Discord, you can go over and check. The portfolio section in the Discord, and Crux and I have our portfolios completely broke out on there so that you guys can check our percentages and stuff. It's pretty good. There's a lot of good info in there on our portfolios. But yeah, the only portfolio item that I have that's outperformed my Caspa has been Pepe. So I don't know why you hate on it so much. It's not even on any major exchanges yet. It's not. It's not. They're still working on developing things for it. It's a new token. It's pretty new. I mean, it's not new. It ain't the new, but they got great tokenomics, man. I just question how long it's going to be advantageous to hold. Alice the Camel said $210,000 Bitcoin. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm shooting for. 205, 205 to 220K is what I'm shooting for. Do we need to keep macro a local mode for support and resistance on the 15-minute and the 1 hour time frame? Macro or local mode? Oh, for the support. I like local mode unless I'm looking at macro. If I go to macro, I switch it over to macro, Saeed. If I'm looking at local, like 4 hour time frame, looking to see what's local to me, then I'm absolutely on a local mode. So for the 15-minute, use local. If you're on the 1 hour and you're looking for those bigger moves, but you're just looking at the 1 hour picture, then you might want to go back and forth between local and support to get that good picture there. Pepe is better than Cass. Portfolio wise, sure, yeah. Wait till Casper gets listed on Coinbase and Binance, though, and we'll come back and have a conversation about that, Alex. So, yeah, the new Doge. But yeah, Bitcoin here. Looking back at this, I'm gonna show you guys this amazing uh, thing that we got going on here. You guys see here, we had a dump, and I'm looking at Bitcoin on the daily for the DCA. This is a DCA approach using these indicators, guys. And I got a whole video coming out on this. We had a dump, but you guys see here on the quantum reactor, it didn't turn red, even though we went below it. It was gray the whole time. This means that it's not giving all of the bearish, I'm just going to ignore you at this point, Alex. Go hold your baby and quit bashing on Caspa. Lord almighty. Do you see here how it turned gray and not red? This means that it's not picking up a lot of data in the algorithm saying bearish. And you notice it went sideways and then back up in. Once it hit here, this green candle right here was where this pump printed. And we broke above the green. You don't want to enter a dump, a sell-off, take profit until, or where you don't want to short, I should say, or, if you do a 1x short or you sell, until you have a red. When you get red on this quantum reactor after the dump, then that's when you do that. Just like this pump here, you wouldn't have done it until the next candle when it turned green. And then you would buy for a hold all the way up. You guys see this big dump that we took here? All this massive sell-off. Look what color the quantum reactor is. I love you too, Alex. You're the man. It's gray. It never went red, guys, and now we're coming back up into it. If you look at this on the daily and you use this for your buy and then your shorts, your long-term shorts, if you do that roll of this being red or this being green based on pump or dump, you have the potential to make amazing money every single cycle. Let's go back in the history and take a look at this. Look, here we go. We get one here. We get a pump. That's gray. That means we don't buy it. We wait till it's green. Pullback. It did a nice little pullback. Now, mind you, it did it over here, but that is a hold. We're holding this for this entire run, right? That's what we're looking at doing. Go back here. This is right after the peak, the all-time high back here that we had in last cycle, back in November 10th of 2021. We get a dump here. We don't technically follow this though until we get red. Where is it red? When it pulled back up here. The difference from where this did its print, which is at the bottom of this candle, right? Let's see. I want to make sure I get the right one. The bottom of this candle here to where that is, guys, it's 4%. So we're not doing an actual short run until we get the red. Dump. Wait, hold on. Dump, red. It pumped up there, and now we're selling off the entire market, right? Just like back here, the pump, like we said, green there. That's where we go into the long. Let's go back here and take another look. This, you guys remember when they said, uh-oh, it's done. It's done because it hit the pi cycle top and it did the summer sell-off in 2021. I want to show you guys something here. It never turned red. The algorithm did not pick up that we were truly bearish. It started to come back up. It did this. We never would have shorted. We just would have rode it for this. Now, here it went red, but there's no dump. We're still holding green up, right? So we would have sold here down to the point, but this would have told us not to do that. So we're still in a green. Technically, all of this is negated because we're still in the green from back here when it turned green after the pump. All of that run, guys, that is what we're looking at. Jesus, I got a freaking pot of Mexican spaghetti over here. Lord. Let me get rid of all this, then we'll come back around and we'll look at the last cycle before that again. This is an amazing DCA strategy here. Now, here's one that it did do on us, okay? We would have entered a short on this. It was red. But here in this little area, we would have said, okay, I guess I'm going to have to take my loss there. It's back above the quantum reactor and it's turning gray. We got green. And then we would flip into a long there, okay? If you're using this on a DCA status, a DCA basis, this thing is super strong. You guys see the pump here, but it's red. We don't get green. That's why we don't get into that one. This sell-off here, starting there is where we're at, right? And then it's all the way down to here. So there is actually where that red would have triggered because we're still on this one. This one don't have green, negated. So this was profitable from this point here at the red all the way down to this. And then we get the green. There's the green for the upside. This thing is clean, dude. Clean. Super clean. I'm going to do a whole video on dollar cost average buying or low leverage swing trades using this strategy. What settings am I using for the prophecy? Bro, that's the beautiful part of it. That's the beautiful part of it. It's literally just setting it on prophecy. This tuning right here, this auto optimizer, these have nothing to do with prophecy. I can turn this off, change this to 1,000,000. The prophecy does not change. These print based on the algorithm, and it was totally discovered by accident when they were messing around, putting stuff in places to see what was the best way to display it. And when they put it in, they realized that this thing was insanely accurate and you don't have to tweak anything. It plays on the time frame you move it to. Tuning is only for trend mode, and that optimizer is only for trend mode and the max profit taking when it prints the MP for max profit. So you got a render short open from 513, no stop loss. I forgot to cancel it yesterday. Oh, Mike, I don't know. I wish I would have known that when I was reading my chart. Let me go look at that for you, bro. 1 second. Then we'll wrap it up. We'll head out of here. It's about dinner time. I need to go feed the family. It's what it's what we do, right? Take care of the family. Let me go look at render. Come here, render. Let's put you back on a 4-hour. There you go. Bam. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Let's pull up 513. That would have been the 236. And we did have resistance there. I think you'll be okay. What's your leverage on that? What's your leverage on that, Mike? Let me know in the chat. Because the reason I'm asking, if it's not crazy leverage, I won't say stupid leverage. Some people do some great trading with high leverage. I don't like high leverage. I would rather use a little bit more money and go lower leverage and give me some wiggle room. But yeah, looking here, I do think that you have a little bit of a resistance coming here. That's that level at 587, and I do think it will come back to retest 513, at least lessen your damage. Another thing you could do is close out half of it so that you can get it set up to run a short from there to add to your pullback. And so if you're setting in hedge mode where you have your long, half of it going up to here, and then it hits up there at that resistance and you enter in for a short, I mean, that's another option. There's a couple of ways you can handle that if you have it in hedge mode. So that's it. That's what I got time for. Oh, I didn't even have the chart up for you, did I? My bad, man. Yeah, that resistance level coming in at 587 for the pullback. That level at 513 is the 236. My bad, bro. I apologize. 6X. Oh yeah, you should be okay then, man. You should be okay. I think you're going to get a retest back there, but you might want to protect yourself by pulling out a little bit of it. So tonight I am doing bulgogi chicken. I'm going to do a chicken with the bulgogi sauce with fried rice and some pork egg rolls. So the pork egg rolls are from the fresh store. It's a brand from Alex. It's not Alex O. But the chicken and the fried rice, we have a really, really good Chinese place here in town that's going to be hooking us up. So, all right, guys. I don't know why I went to the tri-cam. I don't even have other people on here with me. That's what I'm used to doing. I'm soloing it today. But hey, fellas, you guys have a great Friday night. I hope you guys enjoyed that little session here, looking at some of these tokens. I'm gonna try to do this for you guys more often when I'm sitting around during the day and hop on and give you guys some afternoon TA. Because you guys deserve it. The alumni is the best community out there, and I appreciate all of you. We got the 6,000 subscribers this morning. So it's a simple matter from here of getting to 10K. So share this out with a friend, and let's make this community awesome, because you guys deserve to have all the best content possible. And the more subscribers that we get, the more great content I can get to come on here, because we're growing our content creators right here at the Academy. Everybody's getting a classroom. You get a classroom, and you get a classroom, and you get a classroom. So guys, thank you all for being here. We will catch you guys Monday morning at the market open at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If I see anything this weekend, I'll jump in. There will not be a podcast on Sunday. I will be on the road driving. I'm going out of town all next week, so I'll be broadcasting live from Tucson, because that's what I do. I travel. But I'll catch you guys Monday morning live from Tucson. And if anything comes up this weekend, I will let you guys know. Have a great weekend. Bless you all, and trade safe. And if you are going to trade, might play, use a stop loss. Much love, guys. Later.
I don't know what they keep telling me. I don't know what they keep telling me. Ain't no school like Piper Academy. Ain't no school like Piper Academy. We'll keep that front line covered, even when we're dead and gone. We'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling out the wheels flow low. I know you hungry for knowledge, that's profit appetite.
I'm going to pause that for a second, because Alice the Camel said they're new here and they enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the Academy. I hope to see you back here again. Now, back to your regularly scheduled outro song.
8 classes in session, this for the Army Piper acolytes. Trade flag at the soul, train ready. What a line from OCI, form a Mexican spaghetti. Yo, crunch crypto with a deep dive to reject dime. And if you like the visual powered by Car Prime, then you were part of that alumni, that's all spine. But if you have, step fall back to offline. We'll keep that front line covered, even when we're dead and gone. We'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling out the wheels flow low. Sound off
to get rhythm, the ZTS rhythm. Alexandra.
Yeah, that's my alumni, you know what I mean.
That was awesome, dude!